Greetings, programs. My name is Wretch, and I would like to welcome you to the demo for Nighthawks. Now, this is a vampire RPG that is currently being worked on. It's on Kickstarter right now, and this is being done by Wadjet Eye Games. Now, if you've never heard of Wadjet Eye Games before, they are an amazing company that do primarily point-and-click adventure games. They usually have full casts doing their voices. And if you're a fan of the point-and-click adventure game genre and haven't played games like Primordia, Techno Babylon, Shard Light, and the list kind of goes on, I highly recommend them. But they're kind of leaving their comfort zone now, and I am really looking forward to giving this a play. So this is the demo, and we'll just go ahead and read this part first. Hello, thanks for checking out the Nighthawks demo. This is purely a proof of concept demo, originally only intended as a non-interactive trailer. The full version will be much more focused on RPG mechanics and freedom, but hopefully this will give you a small taste of what to expect. Thank you for that, host Static. If you like what you see, please consider pledging to the Kickstarter at nighthawks-game.com, which I will probably be doing as soon as this stream is over, and I hope that you guys like enough of what you see that you'll want to contribute too. Deja vu, yes indeed. Alright, so before we get to reading this, we're at the Halcyon Hotel, Monday, early evening. Looks like a lovely establishment. 2113. We have a night bank debit card with like full numbers. We have $21 in our balance. Account level is bronze. Compass meridian. And looks like we have some fluids here. We've got blood, blue fluid, green fluid, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. Hopefully we will find out. Thank you, Static. Appreciate that. Another shitty night. The rusted metal of your bed creaks underneath you, its mattress damp and encrusted with ancient patches of blood, sweat, and semen. The last stinging memories of the day's bad dream fade into the increasingly familiar drip, drip, drip of a waking nightmare lit by a cheap flickering bulb. Let's get up and face the night. Everything aches. You pull yourself to your feet and take a moment to lick at your still unfamiliar fangs. Outside, a swiftly cut-off scream marks the end of a successful mugging. This is not a district where screams draw assistance. At best, an unlucky victim can expect an angry shout to keep the noise down. We can check on Madame Lux, open the bedroom drawer, or check the mirror. Let's go ahead and check the mirror. No reflection, of course. But the empty frame looking back at you is still discomforting. Perhaps for a moment, however, it is for the best. You don't need to see yourself to know your bedraggled, filthy, and underfed appearance. The rat from yesterday offered little but a strange rash under your arms. An affliction all the more worrying for the fact that it should be impossible. So it looks like we may be having traditional vampire weaknesses here. I normally attribute all of the kind of vampire comparisons to VTM, which is kind of my bread and butter, but that's cool. We're doing the no reflection thing, and the fangs are new, so we are but a whelpling. Let's open the bedroom drawer. Your eyes sting at the sight of the cross atop a Gideon Bible. Unable to bring yourself to touch it, you shut the drawer tight. The pain soon fades. So we don't like holy symbols either. Go check on Madame Lux.
Ah, it stirs. No offense, darling, but I was starting to wonder if I should have taken you to a graveyard instead.
Your sole ally at the moment sits in the corner, already awake and viciously flinging playing cards at the rats. She smiles with satisfaction as the Queen of Hearts slices into the side of a particularly fat one, sending it scurrying with a yelp. So this is actually Space Camp Girlfriend, who visited us in chat during the Whispers of a Machine playthrough. She's an amazing voice actor, and this is the character she voices in this game. And she actually let me know that Wadjet Eye was working on a vampire game, which I was all kinds of happy about. Madame Lux, the street magician who found you sleeping rough as the sun drew close. She paid for a room for the night. She didn't, of course, pay very much, but she remains the closest thing to a friendly face since the death of your master. Ask for advice.
If I was you, my dear little sweetmeat, I'd get back on my feet. Find a job if you must. Definitely get yourself something to eat. Or someone. I won't tell if you don't.
Let's go ahead and take care of our food problem first, and then we'll think about employment. We'll ask about finding food.
Well, I wasn't thinking of a healthy Caesar salad, darling. Nightclubs are perfect, or a nice dark bar. A back alley, if you're desperate. Somewhere the little puppets are nice and pliable. Just don't be too public about it, and don't be greedy. I don't suppose you have any,
So we can confess to having mesmerism, we can confess to having corpse talking, or lie about not having a gift. I guess this is kind of where we choose what abilities we have. Possibly. Let's confess to having mesmerism and see where that takes us.
That certainly simplifies things. Just remember, ixnay on the hour's pay. We don't want to spook the muggles, do we?
Madame Lux is now your companion. She specializes in magic and deception, wields throwing knives, and has the gift known as the Delusion of Light. Traveling with her boosts your grifter and thief stats at the expense of hitter and gunslinger. Madame Lux approved of that. A cheap hotel room is one of the most dangerous parts of town. The windows are barely boarded enough to keep away the sun, and the heater barely warms the rising damp. It is a sanctuary of a sort, but hardly a home. Madame Lux sits in the corner, shuffling one of her many decks of cards, and someone has slipped a flyer under the door. All-night dancing, cheap drinks, premium blood, Nighthawks, Kensington Road, Cradlebridge. So Nighthawks is the name of a bar. Okay. 21 and over. Lux has nothing to say at the moment. Well, I guess we're going downstairs.
Not exactly the Ritz, is it? I stayed here once myself, when I first came here from Vegas. Once was more than enough.
The Halcyon is a fine old building, now long past its prime. The wallpaper is peeled and the carpet's sticky. A few rat droppings and dead cockroaches say more of the standards here than any review could possibly manage. Yeah, let's talk to the lovely reception desk clerk here. The desk clerk stiffens as you approach, smelling your presence before looking at your face. $70 a night buys you our least worst room. Hope you don't mind sharing, cause the roaches sure as shit don't. He looks up, noticing your fangs. Oh, one of you. $100 a night then. Yeah, no problem, Mochi. We'll see you down the line somewhere. Hypnotize him into giving you a room. You estimate your chances as very poor. Well, let's not embarrass ourselves right off the bat. We will go ahead and go back to the lobby, and we'll have to acquire $100 somehow. And head outside.
Raining again? Fuck, I hate the city.
The streets of Cradlebridge, Monday early evening. The meanest streets. You step out into the frozen, mostly silent streets. This was once a flourishing market district, but that was a long time ago. Now, the only reason half of these rotting tenements and crumbling buildings still stand is that it's easier to wait for them to crumble than to sign the paperwork and have them demolished. Descend into the sewers? No, there's Nosferatu about. Maybe. Walk around Cradlebridge, go hunting in Cradlebridge, call a taxi. Now remember, we have $21 to our name. Let's go ahead and go hunting, because I think if that is any indication, we need blood. Hunger burns from the deepest pits of your soul. You stalk through the street, searching for possible prey. You encounter a homeless man, half drunk, a scrawny alley rat, and nobody. So, I guess this would follow the World of Darkness format that animals don't provide a whole lot of sustenance to you. But I have a feeling that if I drink from the half-drunk homeless man, I'll probably be drunk myself. So I know I have to kind of unlearn what I know, but we're going to be better safe than sorry here. The rat attempts to flee, but your reflexes are too fast. You easily wrap your hands around it with bone-cracking force and drain it until it goes limp. The taste is rancid, and the meal far from satisfying, but the hunger ebbs at least a little. Your suspicion level is rising, and we drank a tiny amount of blood. Wonder what suspicion is. Cradlebridge, the former market district of the city, now long since descended into squalor. What few people find themselves out this late shuffle awkwardly past, eyes fixed on the cracked pavement. Let's go ahead and walk around Cradlebridge. I don't want to go into the sewers unless I absolutely have to. Holy crap. So we've got Butterfly Club, Soup Kitchen, the streets of Cradlebridge, St. Raphael's, and Nighthawks. And it looks like Nighthawks is the only place we can go to. On the town. A rundown nightclub near the edge of town. Nonetheless, there is a line outside of it, mostly people huddled from the rain. The bouncer slowly lets them in one at a time, frequently pocketing small bribes from queue jumpers and damp, impatient clubbers. Bribe the bouncer. This will cost you $10. Stand in line. Let's go ahead and stand in line. I don't necessarily want to bribe. Oh, okay, so time passes. Half an hour of waiting later, you get to the front of the queue. The bouncer shoots you a suspicious look. You better not be packing. No weapons or party favors inside. He gestures for you to assume the position. Agreed to a pat down. Our chances of hypnotizing are not good, so.
Don't lay anything on me that you don't want to lose, sweetie.
The bouncer reluctantly decides that you haven't got anything worth worrying about. He turns his attention to Madame Lux. He glares at her, but comes to the conclusion that she is unlikely to be hiding too much in her current outfit. Go on through. Nighthawks. Oh. That sounds awesome. I don't know. Should I turn that down a little? No, actually. Because Lux is... We're in a loud club. It should be loud. Your feet stick to the carpet. This nightclub doesn't seem to have been renovated since the 1970s, or cleaned since almost as long ago. The main dance floor is at the back of the club, leaving this area for quieter drinking and conversation by the bar. Not many are here for either tonight. We'll go to the bar. The bar is loaded with cheap booze at expensive prices, the bottles watered down and the beer barrels mostly grit. A young bartender in a strategically ill-fitting uniform passes the time between drink orders with the help of a raggedy paperback book. We'll speak to the bartender.
Hey, stranger. What'll it be? Beer? Whiskey? Oh, a little champagne to get the night started, right? My bad, sorry. The special wine, yeah? Give me a second to heat it up.
Oh, that's cool. So, $5. Let's go for it.
Coming right up. So, not to be nosy or anything, but what's it like? Drinking blood, I mean. Like, licking a cut or something?
Say you enjoy the taste, express no opinion. Say you hate the taste. I would probably say... I'd express no opinion right now.
It's weird. I always figured vamps would be really into this stuff. Instead, most ask us to mix in a little cinnamon. Something about handling the iron aftertaste. Anyway.
Today I learned.
So, pulling the old nocturnal 9 to 5, eh? Don't worry, I'm cool with it. Always suspected you folks were a thing, even before everyone found out.
Oh. We can ask about rumors. And ask about other things. So let's go ahead and just do rumors.
Oh no, the all-knowing bartender act? That's just for regulars. Can't go giving the goods away for free.
Becca glances around, but there are no other customers right now. Let's just go down the line.
Me? I'm Rebecca. Becca to friends. Becky, if you want me to hurt you. Just your average ex-student buried in debt. Luckily, this place is pretty quiet and the boss scares off most new staff. So, lots of shifts for Becca. They pay like crap, but... yeah, I was trying to stay positive there. Sorry. I mean, I doubt I know more than you do. I really only know a couple like my boss. He's old country. That's the term, right? Makes my skin crawl. Though I reckon he'd do that even if he wasn't a bloodsucker.
We asked about vampires there. Let's ask about the club itself.
Look, it could be worse. We've at least some regulars who come here by choice, and it's probably only the one of them that keeps shitting in the restroom sink. Maybe one day, we'll even get uniforms that fit.
But not today. And now we'll ask about Madame Lux.
Sorry. No idea who that is.
Oh, darling, you wound me. You really must come to one of my shows.
What can I do for you, stranger?
And we can't ask about rumors. We've already asked everything that we can. I guess we can hit the dance floor. You push your way onto the dance floor. The music is loud, the light blazing, the smells of sweat and sex twisting through your nostrils. You dance, unnoticed in the crowd for the first time since waking up in your new life. As the song ends, you slip away from the throng, throbbing with excitement despite your non-beating heart. I guess we can try and sneak into the VIP room. Ducking under the velvet rope, you slip into the VIP lounge. It isn't much more luxurious than the rest of the club, with its musty old cushion and desperately outdated decor. Someone has at least dusted the place, though. Tonight, you encounter a dancer obsessed with their phone. He sits quietly in the dim light of a corner booth, updating Instagram with pictures of the night so far. A single Bluetooth earpiece leaks the latest hit album, something this outdated club is unlikely to play for another 20 years. Okay, let's go ahead and approach. Hey, Craig! His carotid, I always say carotid, artery pulses temptingly. He doesn't notice your approach. We're half up on blood right now. We should be good. Let's just go ahead and introduce ourselves. He glances up at you long enough to mutter, "Piss off," and turns back to the phone. Further attempts to win his attention only lead to him slipping in the second earbud and turning the volume up to full. Well, that didn't work out. With difficulty, you pull yourself away. Kill him! Out of nowhere, agonizing pain. Fire pierces your skin from behind, and a thick hand tears you from your victim. You fall to the carpet, the world turning black. Your last sight is the bouncer from outside, comforting the partygoer. A stake in his hand. Fade into unconsciousness. Oh lord, unconsciousness. That escalated quickly. Your head spins, pounding in agony. Noises seep in from somewhere far away.
This troublemaker? Wake it up. Big shiny pair of fangs on this one, huh? Coming into my place, not presenting yourself with tribute like a good baby vampire. What's the world coming to?
You awaken to find yourself slumped in a chair in the club office. Your wrists are bound to its arms with burning silver. The fat vampire behind the desk gives you an unimpressed look over, pausing to take a long drag on his cheap cigar. Let's demand to know who he is.
Hush. I talk. You listen. Name's Tancredi, and in my day, showing disrespect like that leave you lucky not to have them bangs snapped off and shoved up deep. But these are more modern times, right? Keep forgetting.
I wonder if I can check something here real quick. I'm going to hit escape, and hopefully that doesn't, like, take us completely out. Alright. One thing I can recommend right off the bat is the music maybe turned down a little bit, and the voice volume turned way up. So, because I can barely hear them. Let's go ahead and ask where Lux is.
Who?
Uh-oh.
Her in the corset. She bailed on you like that. Like that. Choose your friends, more careful friends. Don't waste it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything... We can't... Since this is a demo, I don't think we can go into any settings or anything right now, Craig. So, that's something they're going to have to fix in the main game. Let's go ahead and stay quiet.
Quiet. Good. I can work with quiet.
See, that's okay. It goes back and forth.
Here's how it's gonna be, baby vampire. Cradlebridge here, this is my backyard. Mine. You wanna play in it, that's a right that's gotta be earned. Luckily for you, I'm a generous old soul. You go get yourself something more respectable to wear. Come back, and we'll talk business. Figure out what messy little sins you're gonna commit for me.
I don't like this club. He smirks at you, taking a deep drag on his cigar and blowing the smoke into your face.
Of course, there's still the matter of tonight's little insult.
He gestures to the large man who grips your wrist tight. In his other hand is a hammer. Struggle to break free, tell the bouncer to drop the hammer, attempt to talk your way out of it, or stay stoic. You know, I think staying stoic would be more intimidating than trying to struggle or attempting to talk our way out of it, so let's go with this.
Nothing personal, kid. But we can't have anyone saying I've gone soft.
Oh, was that it? Oh, so it was. Okay, interesting. Hairy chest plus chain is not a good idea. Yeah, agreed. Let's go ahead and fire that up again. I want to see if there's different ways that we can... different pathways we can take. Go into the sewers and all that. We shall be doing some exploring. Alright, so we check the mirror again, open the bedroom drawer.
Ah, it stirs. No offense, darling, but I was starting to wonder if I should have taken you to a graveyard instead.
That's an amazing look for, like, a Tremere, I would think.
If
Okay.
I was you, my dear little sweetmeat,
So we
I'd
know
get
about
back on my
food.
feet. All in good time. I think first, we'd better get something down that throat of yours. Well, I wasn't thinking of a healthy Caesar salad, darling. Nightclubs are perfect, or a nice dark bar. A back alley, if you're desperate. Somewhere the little puppets are nice and pliable.
Let's go ahead and go
Just
with...
don't be too public about it. And
Hey, Raven.
Don't be greedy. I don't suppose you have any...
Yes, this is Space Camp Girlfriend, doing the voice of Madame Lux. Hey Raven, it's good to see you. Let's go ahead and confess to having corpse talking. Mesmerism didn't seem to work. We didn't have any chance of using it effectively.
That certainly simplifies things. Just remember, ixnay on the hour's pay. We don't want to spook the muggles, do we?
Now remember, this was supposed to be just a regular trailer that kind of turned interactive. So... Read the flyer. Cheap drinks, premium blood. Yes, indeedy. And Madam Lux won't have anything to say.
Not exactly the Ritz, is it? I stayed here once myself, when I first came here from Vegas. Once was more than enough.
Check the desk. So we can go ahead and hypnotize anyway. So I guess we have base vampire powers and then just a few other little tricks up our sleeve. Let's see what happens. We'll hypnotize him into giving us a room. You attempt to make eye contact to weave your hypnotic spell, but the board clerk refuses to meet your eyes. That is a shame.
Raining again? Fuck, I hate the city.
Now, let's go hunting here in Cradlebridge. We already tried the scrawny alley rat. Let's try the homeless man who's half drunk. He appears pitiable and suitably pliable. It takes little effort to lure him from his makeshift bed in the doorway of an all-night clip joint and into the nearest alley. His blood calls to you, and your fangs sink into his neck. We will just drink a little blood. As foul as his liquored-up blood is, it's been a long time since you had an opportunity. But your self-control wins out. You let the man fall limp into the snow, spitting out the last rancid mouthful. Ugh. Now we walked around Cradlebridge before. Let's descend into the sewers, where nothing bad could possibly happen. No, you are not that desperate. Not yet. Fine. So we'll head back to Nighthawks. Whew, got a bus! And we will stand in line. Okay, let's sneak around the back. You try, but there's nowhere to sneak in right now. Maybe bribe the bouncer, because we already stood in line before. You slip the bouncer a 10 spot. He looks at it, unimpressed, but lets you through the velvet rope. You better not be packing. No weapons or party favors inside. And he gestures for you to assume the position. We'll try hypnotizing him again.
Don't lay anything on me that you don't want to lose, sweetie.
The bouncer reluctantly decides you haven't got anything worth worrying about. Nice. I guess that worked. Now, we will speak to the bartender again. Just go down all the...
Hey, stranger. What'll it be? Beer? Whiskey? Oh, a little champagne to get the night started, right? My bad, sorry. The special wine, yeah? Give me a second to heat it up.
The special vintage.
Coming right up. So, not to be nosy or anything, but what's it like? Drinking blood, I mean. Like, licking a cut or something?
And we'll say we hate the taste this time.
Yeah, a lot of folks say that. Ask us to mix in a little cinnamon. Something about handling the iron aftertaste. Anyway. So, pulling the old nocturnal 9 to 5, eh? Don't worry, I'm cool with it.
Okay. We'll end the conversation there with the bartender. Back to the club floor. We'll dance a little. Sneak back into the VIP room. And let's look at the dancer obsessed with their phone again. We'll approach him. And now he's not going to want us to introduce ourselves. So let's sneak up on him. He doesn't sense you until it's too late. Until your hand is clasped tight over his mouth to catch the scream and your fangs are buried deep into his neck. He struggles, but cannot break your hold. Soon he goes limp in your arms. Just drink a little. Don't! So we got staked again.
This troublemaker?
Uh-huh.
Big shiny pair of fangs on this one, huh? Coming into my place.
Mr.
Not
Sam
presenting yourself
Tancredi.
in tribute like a good baby vampire. What's the world coming to?
We'll tell him where he can stick it.
Fire in your belly. Good. You'll need that. Here's how it's gonna be, baby vampire. Cradle bridge here. Of course, there's still the matter of tonight's little insult.
And we can't tell the bouncer to drop the hammer. Let's attempt to talk our way out of it.
Nothing personal, kid. But we can't have anyone saying I've gone soft.
So, I'm curious. We're gonna do this one more time. I'm liking the vibe of it. I'm liking the character design. The only issue that I'm having with it is the mixing on the sound voices. But I started drinking from the dancer, or the guy who was upstairs on his phone, Craig. I'm kind of seeing what all of our options are.
Ah. Quiet type, Well, you lead on. I've not got anything better to do tonight.
So this has a ton of potential, especially all of this stuff which we haven't even scratched on the surface, and they're working really hard on it as well. It's a trap! We know read the fly, We'll go downstairs.
Not exactly the Ritz, is it?
We'll head outside.
Raining again?
We're not that desperate yet. We will go hunting here in Cradlebridge. We're gonna find the homeless man, and we're gonna take the Sabat route. We're gonna go ahead and drain him dry. As foul as his blood is, it's been so long since you drank your fill. He thrashes in your grip, and you renew your assault, taking everything he has to give. It isn't very much. He slumps to the ground, leaving you as thirsty as before. Awkward? Now let's call a taxi. You wait at the taxi rank, but nobody comes. Shame. We can't sneak around the back. We'll stand in line for a little bit. So time does pass based on our decisions. We'll enter the club. Sneak into the VIP room. Actually, yeah, I don't think that's gonna do much. But I love that credit card. That's such a cool look to it. Let's see if tonight we encounter nobody. Oh, okay, that's just the option to leave. And we'll approach the dancer. We'll sneak up on him again. And drain him dry. Don't. Alright. I think we got a pretty good vibe on this so far, guys.
This troublemaker? Big shiny pair of fangs on this one, huh? Coming in quiet. Here's
Okay.
how it's gonna be. Of course, there's still
Now-
the matter of tonight's little insult.
I haven't used any of I'm gonna tell the bouncer to drop the hammer.
Nothing personal, kid.
Nope.
But we can't have anyone saying I've gone soft.
The stairs do nothing. And the bouncer grips your hand tight. Alright, well I guess that is it for the demo, guys. Like I said, this is Nighthawks, which is a vampire RPG that is currently being worked on by Wadjet Eye Games. And I highly recommend you guys check it out. It is being kickstarted right now. I'm not sure if they're still accepting donations, but I'm probably going to see if I can make a donation. Because if Wadjet Eye gives the same attention to this game as they do their point and clicks, we're in for a really cool story and a really cool world. We miss you, Space Camp Girlfriend. Yeah, it was great having her in chat during Whispers of a Machine. But I will go ahead and leave a link to their website in the description below, and I highly suggest checking it out, guys, all right? In the meantime, like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll be playing this game down the road when it releases, whenever that is. But in the meantime, later days, everyone.